In this video, I'll show you how to add a map component within your model driven app. Now, I have this simple model driven app over here, World Airlines Management System, and this is a custom table which I have created and it lists down all the airlines in the world. Now, if I go inside any of the record over here, you can see that it allows you to basically see the information content of that specific airline. Now, what if I have a requirement to add a map just to show the map address? Okay. Now, say, take for example, this is a custom application, and here I want to show the map of the account or a contact. Now, for that, I may need to make use of the inbuilt table like accounts and contacts and get that information within the map. Now, I'll show you step by step process. Now, if you want to edit this form, now within this form, you cannot add the map control, okay, out of the box. So let me show you what do I mean. So if you want to edit this form, you will go into the application and then you will start editing the form. Okay, now here, so take for example, if you want to add a map component. Now in order to add a map component, first let's go into the components and let me add say one column section. Okay, so let me separate that section out. Now this is that map area I want to add, so I'll just name it as map. And now here I want to add the map. So if we go under display, you will see that the map option is disabled. Now what it shows, it gives you an information. It says the map control will display an address with Bing Maps on your form. To use this control, you must first enable Bing Maps in your environment setting. Only one map is allowed per form. So that's the restriction. In the form, you can only have one map. Map is currently not supported on custom tables. Now the table which we are using, the airlines table, is a custom table. So definitely this map will not be supported within that custom table. Only one map is allowed, and also you need to enable the Bing Maps in your environment. So possibility is that we cannot use the map control within the custom solution. So that is all ruled out. Now in order to enable the map solution, we need to first go into the Power Platform Admin Center. Now let's go into the Power Platform Admin Center, go into the environment, the specific environment, and then go into the settings and check where that enablement feature exists. So let me close all the introduction. So manage environments. So let me go into the dev environment, go to the settings and go into the features, or you can also search for settings pages over here. Now, as you see over here, the map and address service allow map display latitude and longitude pin and shape. If I just search for Bing, so here we get an option Bing Maps is on. So this needs to be turned on. Okay, so if you turn this on, then you will be able to utilize the map service. Now, what exactly are you going to show in the map? Now in accounts, I have, so this is the default out of the box table, right? Default account. Now let me hide the other columns. Now I have an account name. Okay, now in order to display an address, so we have a field called at address. Now if you see address 1, it is address 1, address 1 type, address 1 city, country, county, fax, latitude, longitude, address 1 name, uh, address 1 street 1, state, all this information with regards to address 1. I can see address 1 zip postal code. So let me show you all these fields. Now if we fill this information correctly, we should be able to see the information. Okay, so let's say Apple. Okay, now here in Apple I will put the proper address 1, I'll put a proper city and the country, and then this should show the information. Now for that, what we will do is like we'll create our own form. So let me create one form. It's a new form and I'll call this as a main form, and address demo airlines, and I'll just create this form. Now this form would be very simple. I just want the name and address 1 components. Okay, so let it load. Now it will give you a whole bunch of things. So let me delete the unwanted information. So I don't want timeline, I don't want any other information. So it will be a plain simple address form. So I want account name. Now what I'll do is, like, instead of relying on this section, I will just add one column section over here, and I will add account name, which I want, and then I want address. So address already exists over here. So let me remove all this component, and even I'll remove this map as well, just to show you how to add a map. Okay. Now this is the account name and this is the address. So address 1, street 2, street 3, city, province, postal code, country. Okay, so this is my simple account form. Now if you want to add a map, then you can just go ahead and display map. Now this map is enabled because this is, first thing is we have enabled ping maps, second is there's only one map in the form, third thing, map is currently supported on custom tables, account is a custom table. Now I'll just take that map and I'll put it over here. Now it will tell you what should be the Bing Maps address. Okay, so we need to specify an option whether we want address 1 or address 2. Now address 1 is what we want, and I'll click on done. Now let me go into the solution and show you what is address 1 and address 2, because it is also, you need to understand the concept of address 1 and address 2. Now let me open the accounts table, and here I'll just type in address 1, or just say address. Now if you see this address 1, this is that field address 1. Okay, now if I click on edit column, you will see that it shows the complete primary address. It, the data type is a multiple lines of text, format is internal extent data. Okay, because it has that corresponding other fields, supporting fields, like address 1 has corresponding supporting field like the address type, address 1 city, address 1 country region. So if you see address 1 or address 1 address type, it is of type choice, but then it points to address 1. Similarly for address 2, you will have the different columns. So it is important to understand that option, because in the options we have seen address 1 and address 2, and that's why it is showing you this information. So now what we have said, we have hooked the address 1 to this map. Now this section, I'll call this as maps. Save and publish. And the list name, the name of the list, let me put some unique name. Address demo airlines is the list of the name of the form. Now we are going to update this form. So let's go into the model driven app. So I have a, let me say leave this. Let me go into the model driven app. In the model driven app, I already have this accounts form. So I have this accounts view, I have this accounts form. Now I need to select the current account form. So address demo airlines. So let me go into the address demo airlines form, and it will open this form, and then I should be able to see that same form in the model driven app. Let me save and publish. And now let me go into the application itself, the model driven app. So I've gone to the accounts section. I have so many accounts over here. Let's go into the Apple one. And here, as you see, I can see two forms. Girish one, information account for interactive experience. Now if you do not see your form over here, you can just go ahead and, like, go into your model driven app and go to the form settings, and then you can make this as form available for everyone. What is the form order you want to see? So you have address demo airlines, you can make this as a top one, click on save and publish, and then that form should be available for you to utilize. Now, I'm not going to go ahead in much detail about how to set a form set or how to go into the fallback form. I will just work on whatever is the default available. So let me just do a hard refresh, and I'll just work on any of the form which are available. So let me go into the address demo airlines. And this is the form we have. Now here, let's see what output does it give you. So if I just type in 1 William Street and the city is Brisbane and the country is Australia. Now, the moment you put all this information, it will start giving you the map output. So either you will have a record set which will have all the addresses predefined, or the moment you start typing it, the map will be displayed for your application. Now, as you see over here, we have different options available. So let me just do a maximize my screen. Yeah. So here I have an option to see the pin. It allows you to ask you for the location. Now road, aerial, bird's eye view. So I can see various views over here. I can zoom the map and I can see the exact street. I can even navigate. Like as you see over here, I want to just do a clockwise and a counterclockwise motions. I can hide the labels. I can close it. And now if I again go back, so let me go back again to the Apple, it will reset the control. Okay. The whatever settings you have done. So again, it's a simple control. Now this map is currently not coming in a full screen because we have just used utilize one of the section. But if your requirement demands that, then you can go ahead and utilize a full section within your page, and you can add those map. But the whole goal of this exercise is to show you how to utilize map in a model driven app. Now remember, the maps can only be shown if it is enabled within your environment. It uses the Bing service. Then it will only work if there is only one map in the form. You cannot drag another map within that same form. Also, map only operates on the existing entity like accounts, contacts. It won't, you cannot use that map control for your custom entity. So in this example, if I want to show airlines, uh, maybe a location or the headquarters, then I need to make use of accounts or contacts entities, link it with the airlines custom table, and then I will be able to see show this information within the application. So that's it, folks. This is how you basically use maps in a model driven app. Thanks for watching.